This is News with the Disney Dude. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel for more content, and please hit that thumbs up if you like the video. Here now is the news for Monday, January 5th of 2026. Disney files permit for new sign at Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin at the Magic Kingdom. So they are getting this they are getting this refurbishment ready. They've been working on this for quite a while. So all we know is that sometime this year. We don't have an exact date yet, so we don't really know when it'll be, what month, but hopefully, sometime this year. Jungle Cruise reopens at Walt Disney World after the removal of holiday overlay. So now, instead of Jingle Cruise, now we are back to the regular Jungle Cruise at the Magic Kingdom. Cash register has been installed at Toy Story Land, a snack kiosk. It may open very, very soon. We don't have an exact opening date, but it is very, very soon. Very, very soon, this will open. And when it does open, we will definitely let you know. Jesse's Roundup will be the first show in the Diamond Horseshoe for in over 20 years at the Magic Kingdom. So finally they are bringing back live entertainment at the Diamond Horseshoe. So kudos, thank you for this. I cannot wait to see this. I don't really like to eat at the Diamond Horseshoe. It's just, buffet style is just not my thing. So, but I'll definitely have to go and check this out when this opens, because that sounds like fun. But as far as we know, this is only available for Cool Kids Summer. So in the summertime, this show will take place. It's scheduled to go away after summer is over, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. If it does good, hopefully it will stay. Hopefully it will stay, which I'm hoping. I'm hoping that this would stay. Disney's Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach water parks will be operating simultaneously again during the summer. So obviously Florida, very, very hot in the summertime. So the water parks will once again be operating simultaneously again, which I think is definitely the right move, because summers here in Florida, they're just bad. they're bad. They're very, very hot. So kudos to Disney for doing this. This is great news. Tortuga Tavern restaurant has been removed from the Magic Kingdom park map. It may be permanently closed. We don't know. Disney hasn't said anything yet. Will the restaurant be closed? probably. Space really isn't used for anything anymore. You know, they have the after hours parties check in at that location, but that's it. That's it. As soon as the Beacon Barrel opened, right across the way, Tortuga Tavern doesn't serve anymore. So I think that makes sense. I mean, if you're not going to have, if people aren't really going to come to your restaurant anyway, might as well just not keep it open. Minnie, Goofy, Donald, and Daisy meet and greets have been temporarily moved outside in the Magic Kingdom due to the ongoing work at Pete's Silly Sideshow at Storybook Circus. So this and this next story kind of go hand in hand, so I'll just talk about it at the same time. So the tent has ripped. The tent has ripped. Disney is going to fix this, and in order to do that, they have to have they have to have the meet and greets outside, because obviously they can't work on it if people are inside. So that whole tent area will be closed, and the meet and greets will be moved outside. Walt Disney Presents is no longer opening early for early entry at Disney's Hollywood Studios, which again, this makes sense. I mean, you know, they opened it up for early entry because obviously Disney's Hollywood Studios is, you know, it's not a ride park. It is not a ride heavy park. So, you know, people needed more stuff to do. They opened it early for the busy holiday season, which was great. They don't really need to do that anymore because the crowds have subsided. So so now Walt Disney Presents will no longer be open during early entry. Cinderella Castle repaint beginning imminently at the Magic Kingdom. I am so glad for this. I am so happy. The castle is finally returning to that blue, that blue and gold color. I am very, very happy. I am so happy to see Cinderella Castle being returned to its former glory. So clearly, you know, Disney listened to the audience on this and was like, yeah, you know, we need to repaint that. We need to, you know, obviously the 50th is gone, is done. So, you know, now Disney's going to repaint the castle, which is great. You know, I don't, you know, that gold and pink castle I didn't really care for it. I know a lot of people didn't either. So it's nice that it's going to go back to its original color. So you know, thank you. Thank you, Disney, for whoever thought this. Thank you. Because that's something that we really needed. Updated 2026 Magic Kingdom guide map includes new Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin attraction. Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin description. You know, obviously with this attraction opening sometime this year, Disney is wasting no time in getting that attraction ready. And, you know, they put a description in the park map which I think is great, because, you know, Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin is not everyone's favorite attraction, if anybody's favorite attraction. So I hope that this update really does well, because it'll be something more to do with the Magic Kingdom, which, believe me, we need that. And I can't believe I'm saying that, but, you know, because it's the park with the most rides, but, you know, Magic Kingdom always feels like you need more stuff to do. So, you know, this is great. This will be a great filler for, you know, until we wait for that Cars, you know, well, not really expansion, the Cars themed area and the Villains expansion. The Villains area is the only thing they're expanding. Okay, you know, people want to say that this Cars thing is an expansion. It's not an expansion. They're taking the land that was occupied by the Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island, and they're retheming that to Cars. Villains is going to be past Big Thunder Mountain, so that's the only really expansion that they're doing. Disney Springs Lime Garage is closing soon for nearly a 3-month maintenance, a 3-month maintenance refurbishment. So if you are headed to Disney Springs during this time, just keep that in mind, that sooner rather than later, the Lime Garage will be closed. It was very smart of them to wait until after the holiday season to end, because, man, Disney Springs was a train wreck. It was a train wreck. I met my girlfriend a couple times over there, and it was packed. It was absolutely insanity. So I'm glad that they decided to wait, and open. You know, and I'm glad that they decided to wait and close this garage after the busy holiday season. A possible ban on paper straws could be passed by 2027, by next year. It will impact both the Walt Disney World Resort and Universal Orlando Resort. So it's not just Disney, it's also Universal. So, which, I mean, I know that a lot of people would be, you know, glad. Paper straws are not, I mean, I guess it's more eco-friendly, but it's not really safe from a human standpoint. You know, because the chemicals that are in the paper straws will get into our system, and it's not good for our system. It's not good for the human body. So I'm glad that Disney's getting rid of the paper straws. Again, I know it's not eco-friendly, but with everything else that they do with, the marine life and other things involving the environment, getting rid of paper straws really isn't gonna hurt. Really isn't gonna hurt all that much. But for all of you, paper straw lovers out there, I'm sorry that that Disney's getting rid of your paper straws, but again, I really don't think anyone's gonna care. I really don't think anyone's gonna care that they're getting rid of paper straws. And our last story is the George Washington audio animatronic suffered a malfunction during a New Year's Eve presentation showing at Walt Disney World. So if you saw this, video, when George Washington stands up to introduce the current president of the United States, he was in the middle of his speech, and then the video shows him leaning forward and getting more and more and more leaning forward until he just finally finally collapsed. We can't say fell over because obviously the feet are nailed to the floor, so that he can't physically fall over. But it looks like the actuators in his lower region looks like they failed, and it's the same thing that happened to the Abraham Lincoln audio animatronic. When was that? I don't know. When, was that last year or the year before, I think? I don't know, when Lincoln stood up and then just, fell over. The difference is Abe Lincoln continued, the show continued, even with the even though the audio animatronic failed. The George Washington one, that one failed, and then I guess the computer stopped the show, and then of course everyone had to evacuate. So, but he is fixed. He's fixed. Everything's fine. It's these especially these older audio animatronics. They're gonna break down. Are these the electric figures? I don't know. I don't think so. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. I know the animatronics that Disney builds now are fully electric figures. They don't use the what's the fluid used? Oh, I forget what the fluid's called now, but a lot of people may know that when Sunny Eclipse malfunctioned that one time, he slumped over and then he started leaking fluid, the actuator fluid. So that's what we mean. The electric figures, they obviously don't have that. They don't have the fluid in them. They're just, they're fully electric, so they don't have all that, fluid running through. But I don't think the Hall of Presidents has electric figures. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I know, the Hall of Presidents doesn't have the electric figures, which it's kind of sad. Maybe one day the Hall of Presidents, or for that matter, every single audio animatronic at Walt Disney World will be electric, and they won't have the older audio animatronics, but I don't know. I really have no idea. But if they are the electric figures, I would love to know. So if someone knows that, please leave a comment below, because I really don't know. I have no idea. So, but that'd be interesting to find out if they were electric, or if they're still the older audio animatronics. Whew, I'm sorry, I keep yawning. I am very tired. I'm old. Okay, I'm very tired. But there you are. There's your news for this Monday. I thank you guys very much for watching this video. Again, if you like that video, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I thank you guys very much for watching. I got a lot of watches on my Hollywood Studios video when I went and I gave my Get Well card to the cast members so they could give it to Robert. So I thank you very much for watching that video. Thank you for liking it. I want to open another channel because it helps the algorithm with this. With this show obviously being a news show, it doesn't help the algorithm with ride POVs and vlog content and stuff. It helps with this kind of stuff, which is news. I don't really know how to do that. Again, if someone knows how to open a new channel, Please comment in this video as well, because I really want to get another channel set up so I can do just purely in-park vlog content and ride POVs on that channel. So if anyone knows how to do that, please comment in the link. Please comment under this video, because I really want to get that going. I really want to get that going because it's going to help the algorithm, not only for this channel, but it's also going to help ride POVs reach more people. So, but again, if you like this video with this news, if you like this video, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel for more content. I thank you guys very much for watching this video. Y'all keep each other safe and healthy. I will see you right back here on Wednesday unless something happens. But stay tuned for a Wednesday show. Y'all keep each other safe and healthy, and remember that tomorrow is just a dream away.